Alright, folks, I know I am late. You don't have to tell me. I know. Usually I'm on about an hour and a half earlier, but, got up a little bit later than I originally intended because I got to home from work later than I originally intended. But I did accomplish myself a good job because I am a good boy. At least I think I am. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the part where I usually go in a bombastic manner, probably saying, alright, where's Ivana? I should probably let my younger brother know this. One moment.
Number 0, Ambi.
Alright, where am I at?
Want to see the red scarf?
Standing by. You have my complete support. Number 0, Ambi.
I gotta still say it's hot and damn, folks. Just saying, that's all. Anyways, where's that? Okay.
There's
Back
no
to the.
class
Let's
today.
get the. Let's get this show on the road. It's showtime! Alright. It's gonna be a short one, so we're gonna get the dailies at least started up, and then after that, I am hitting the main story mode right out the gate. We're gonna have a short 2 hour, maybe 3 hour, no more than that. Broadcast today, folks. Tomorrow we can do the 6 hour, but I figure get the ball moving on the story mode again a little bit. There's gonna be a lot on the plate for my itinerary for the next month, probably, as far as broadcast is concerned. Because if your folks are not, I'll wait until we get a little bit more people in here, and then I'll start elaborating. And those who miss it, I'll try to remind them a little bit later in the halfway through the broadcast, or at the very least at the end. And if need be, they could probably, if they just got here, they could probably start off from the beginning, and that'll be that. Anyways, and speaking of hot dams, anyways, all I gotta say is, why is he not? We know who got the good physical phenotypical genes in his Wise's family. Anyways, oh wait, I forgot about that part. I just keep forgetting to read these dang headlines. I mean, there's no need to actually read this, folks. You could totally skip this, but I usually do this for lore reasons, usually. One company accusing another of sales dumping. Where have I heard that byline? Seen that byline before? Oh yeah, back when Walmart was, just
A hot cup of coffee isn't just
hitting.
for the early birds. It can also be for
Oh wait, crap! I actually chose the wrong coffee buff. Whatever. We're gonna worry about that later.
Can help you go further.
Okay, I got my daily parts done there. Still waiting on people? Yes, we still waiting on people, folks. So I might as well go ahead and get some. Oh wait, I don't even have to do any more of the weeklies for right now. Until boom. Oh, I already got my weeklies done for the max engagement, so I gotta do it one more time tomorrow, which is fine. And then the full bingo card. It's do baby. Anyways, making it sound like I'm doing a machine gun imitation, which I'm not. But hey, if you guys feel if it comes that, why the heck not? Rat-a-tat-tat, baby, rat-a-tat-tat. Oh, and please don't feel offended for me making gun jokes at this time during this time of morning and what have you, folks, because I really do detest pearl clutching. It's one of the highest orders of false piety that I've ever come across, and not to mention extremely high order of, if not the highest order of, vanity. Anyways, oh, where were we at? Oh, my screen decided to flicker a little bit there. Cool enough. May it's karma. May it's punishment for me just spouting out hateful crap. If you can call that hateful, anyways. But anyways, let's get back to the insanity of me just trying to figure out walking around or jogging around aimlessly like a complete and total delirious Alzheimer's victim, or I can't say victim, sufferer. Oh, right, now I remember. No, time to hit the good part of the HIA club. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, new stuff in the VR archive? Okay, let me see what the VR archive has first in store for me. What's new? Oh, what's new, Scooby-Doo? Oh, alright, which one's the new one out here? No, that ain't it. Oh, here it is. Flora. Like I said, I've seen the cover art, and my goodness, she is utterly, gets my breeding instincts all fired up, baby. I'm just kidding, I gotta say. But anyways, that being stated, oh, TV schedule. That's the what's this? Oh, that's the TV schedule thing. Oh, right. And these you gotta get done with. And I got about roughly a month to get this done in, so I can get some of that polychromes, man. And what else do I have? I also have this. I gotta get done. I got 2 weeks to finish that up, and I probably should start right now. From what I saw is that this is going to take a full week to actually finish, because you can only accomplish stuff in once per day on this thing. So it's going to take a full week at the very minimum to actually accomplish this. So I can't wait until like the last day to get go full Hambino on. Oh, speaking of going full Hambino, go full Hambino on those with those handfuls. Good grief. Anyways. The milk production on those two ladies alone. This is how you know I spent too much time on the Zinla Zone Zero's Reddit subs. The absurd stuff they say is absolutely hilarious. When you see calculations for how much milk a lady can produce, oh my goodness, it's just. I mean, I know there are going to be feminists who, especially the new wave, more likely new wave feminists, who would find that utterly offensive as hell. And that's fine, you know, each their own. I'm not going to can't convince people who have a belief in a belief, not an idea, but a belief in something. It made that their whole entire identity, practically. You know, basically ingrained it into their self sense of validation of existence. You're never going to convince someone like that, you know, to, you know, take a nap, chill out a little bit, have a little bit, a little sense of levity, I guess you could say, and seriousness in serious situations, because sometimes it's the patently absurd and patently absurd stuff that when we find humor in the patently absurd stuff sometimes is what helps us reconnect with not just our humanity, but also be able to take a look at the absurdity around us and see it for the absurdity that it is. Because it's that suspension of disbelief, practically, I guess you could say, is partly it. Something that if you folks are Americans, will come to understand and should be able to come to understand and appreciate. This is something we desperately need now more than ever. If I had to be honest with you folks. Anyways, is that we do need it, especially after what has tragically happened over the not just once but twice in the same within not just only within the same time frame, but relatively if you take a look at the geographical scale of the Earth from just looking at a map, we're practically next door neighbors of what happened to each other. Although one is getting a far more press coverage than the other is. It's slightly understandably so, but considering the notoriety of one of the victims of the one incident, the victim of the one incident, as opposed to the complete obscurity of the other victims in the other incident. And that's how, at least in terms of us Americans, that's how we were conditioned to put importance and priority. At least this is how I've come to understand things based on my what not mainly on the education I've gotten. Most of the education I've gotten has been pretty balanced, and I would say middle ground as far as that how to view things is concerned. It's mostly partly that, and also based on my observations of the last. See, I've turned. Oh, you know, I almost forgot, folks. I forgot to mention this, but wait a second, wasn't it? Yeah, it was last week. I know I horrendously failed to mention this, but yours truly last Wednesday turned the big 40, baby. Big 40. I think I might have mentioned it, and if I didn't, well, now I am. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in my last broadcast. But anyways, point is, in my rough 35 years that I had, or at least the last 35 years that I have been cognizant of, and roughly out of that 35 years that I've been cognizant of, I'm to what? Let's see here. It would be right around another 6. So basically, so roughly 35 years that I've been cognizant of, and the 29 years I have been critically thinking that I had actually any semblance of critical thinking skills. Based on observation from those 29 to 35 years of observation and all what have you, this is what I have come to the conclusion of, for the most part. And it's sad that we are that it is a call. I have a civilization and culture that it has this immensely ingrained into it, where we tend to prioritize what is more noteworthy rather than what is more not just grander in scale, but basically what is more or less, more along the lines would be actually on the doorstep and the tabletops of the common folk, you know. I feel that we've gotten to that point where we've gotten completely, almost utterly desensitized to any form of atrocities practically at this point. So much so that I honestly think that my culture and my society is actually just basically one well captivated death cult of a sorts. I mean, although the one thing I did notice amongst regards of culture is how we as a species tend to be totally okay with talking about things that relate to and or can cause death, but yet we shudder, squirm, and sometimes outright try to forbid any form of discussions as to anything that remotely deals with the creation of life. We treat that more as a taboo than the other way around. I find this as a species to be exceptionally ass backwards, personally, of how we should be doing any form of discussions. But I think I'm going off on a tangent for what the main subject matter is. As I said, it is, as the title suggests, it is trying and maddening times here, especially in the world. Well, trying and maddening times all around in the world. I mean, there's like, if I'm right, isn't there still I think right, there's a civil, I wouldn't say a civil war. If I'm right, there's some internal issues in Uganda, if I'm right, just to name one off the top of my head. Let me not even get into the fact that there's a country, at least a few, somewhere around a few, 1 to 3 around like a handful at most. I mean, you could probably count it on 1 to 2 of your hands of countries that still, have open slave markets. That's another thing that's, downright, discomforting to think about, to say the least. I mean, that's going to be maddening enough as well. But I'm trying to think. What else?
Got a new ghost story to share?
Always for you, Yuzaha. Always for you. Anyways.
1, 2, yes, all accounted for. Handmaid Rena, at your service.
It's out.
I only handle technical matters.
Come on.
1, 2, yes, all accounted for.
It's out.
Handmaid Rena, at your service.
Alright, what else is there? Well, of course, there's also now massive riots out in the Philippines, and in, there's one other place too, I can't remember off the top of my head. Well, for the Philippines, is from what little I was able to actually take the time to learn as far as that was concerned, is over, not I wouldn't say not just misappropriation, but outright flat government corruption of their government, as far as using funds that were supposed to be for shoring up communities and such, for far more frequent floods that they have ever had in their recent, at least in the recent history from what we know of the Philippines, to help improve the infrastructure to make it more sustainable during floods, being absconded, an old archaic term I don't use all that often, but the most, I would say, apropos word I could think of, mean, the most appropriate word I could think of for this particular subject, by government officials, and then they're just flaunting that for their own use, personal usage for luxury items, and then they flaunt those said luxury items they purchase on from government funding straight on social media. Like, people, like, the level of stupidity that can be founded in the human species as a general is quite staggering sometimes. It's any wonder that we ever progress technologically speaking to the level we have, and that's from and any progress we have had made as a species is not because of the vast majority. It is because of some select, very far few people with any form of actual cognitive and critical thinking skills that has come to this point. Honestly. Even more so now than it was 50 years, or than it was like 70, what one would say 60 to 80 years ago, honestly. And no, before anyone chimes in about the tech oligarchs, the tech bros, as some people like to call them, the tech oligarchs such as Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and the like. No, those fools are not fucking brilliant. They're just only, as far as, being smart enough to come to the technology stuff. The only thing they're only good at is being total sleaze buckets entrepreneurs, and that's it. Not just only being that, but also happening to be actually coming up in prominence during a time when the dumbification of the world had started to escalate. So that's all I'm going to say on that matter. Let's go with this. I'll go with this group for now.
Want to help me test this?
Take your...
Here, catch! Don't drop it!
Make way!
Can you see me? Better not get shocked!
And we're just about to take a break.
Mika Sosa, I think his name. I think it's pronounced Micah, but I think we could pronounce Mika. Sosa. Dude is one of the great American voice actors I can name off the top of my head. He's got quite the resume for his credentials, to say the least.
Don't worry, I'm terribly weak.
Say goodbye to our guests. Perfect timing.
Okay, my rotation is totally sloppy, I'll say that much, folks. I'm gonna have to do a better job of positioning these dudes and dudettes.
Kindly fall into despair. Every effort counts.
That's where it's like the whole cast and crew of the agents you get to play as in Zenless Zone Zero are all on the spectrum in some way, shape, or form. At least that's what most people who are more familiar with actual, autism and stuff like that would say. I'm a total freaking brain dead idiot when it comes to neurology, so I have no expertise. I don't even have the rudimentary understanding of what autism is to this day, and it's probably because I haven't bother to get off my lazy ass to actually, look the stuff up, which kind of is probably a bad thing on my part, which is why I don't ever speak on about the stuff like I know something, because I don't. Gotta love Smarties. Okay, that takes care of that. Now then, how are we looking in the audience? Okay, has everyone got it around? Okay, good. Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and get started on my next. No. We're not working on that right now, my friend. Working on that right now. Like I said, it's gonna be a 1 to 3 hour top somewhere wherever I feel like stopping off, and then I'm gonna call it a day after that. All right, folks. Cool.
You must be the mystics of Yunque's summit. I am Damian Blackwood, head of the special development company Porcelumex, under the Tops Alliance. It's been a long time since Yunque's summit last visited Waifei Peninsula. For an
yes, the Blackwood family.
Upon your return and
We
within
heard
my
about
jurisdiction, please accept my deepest apologies.
Oh, that voice sounds like Aaron Dismuke. Hi. Okay, now that I suffered the attack of the killer doggy. But yeah, that definitely sounds like Aaron Dismuke. Or Dismuke. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name.
It's been a long time since Yunque's summit last visited Waifei Peninsula.
That definitely sounds like him. I could be wrong though.
Upon your return and within my jurisdiction.
Nope, it's definitely him.
Accept my
I recognize the cadence
apologies.
and enunciations. For those who don't know, he, as far as voice acting is concerned, he's done many great voice actings. He's done many great roles over his course of his long career as a voice actor. I can name some of the more recent ones, especially when you talk about, like, say, Dr. Stone. He is the main character. I forgot who the main character's name is off the top of my head now, because it's been a while, about, I want to say 2 years or so since, no, actually it's been about, I want to say somewhere between 4 to 6 years since Dr. Stone concluded, and I finished reading that whole manga. So, and I'm from right, it's on the last arc. This current season, I think they're in the 4th season of it finally. And I mean, there was a big, huge gap between seasons 2 and 3. And I think from right there in the 4th season where there's, or at least I don't know, I'm sure if they're 4th season or still 3rd season. But from right where the show is currently at, because I haven't gotten around to watching season 3 yet, is they should be around the South. We're in their South America right now, if I'm right. That arc. And the amount of revelations you get in that is just it's no, I can't. I'm not gonna try to spoil it. Sorry. I mean, I love to spoil stuff, but at the same time, no. It's just doing so would ruin the awesomeness of the arc. Just to say, the very least. All right.
I hear Yunque Summit has become a partner of Mayor Mayflower. May I assume that your return was also at his behest?
Where was I at? Oh, anyways, back to what I was saying about Gushin is. Anyways, so that's one of his more prominent roles I can name off the top of my head. But he also did amazing characters as well, such as I can't. I think it's Astaroth from High School DD is the one I can remember off the top. But one of his earliest roles that I can remember, I'm not even sure if it was his first role, but one of his earliest ones, he was like 11, he was around somewhere between 8, 11 years old when he did this role, and that was, he was the original voice of Alphonse Elric in the original Full Metal Alchemist show. However, he was not able to reprise the role when Brotherhood came out 10 years later, because by that point, puberty and voice deepening and all that. So they had Maxie Whitehead do the role of Alphonse instead, because she does a lot of voices, did a lot of voices for young male characters, like Krona, I think, from Soul Eater, for example, to give a few. Anyways, that's me rambling on that. Let's continue.
That's right. We are indeed under the Mayor's commission to investigate the situation within Lemnian Hollow. I'll ask a disciple to send you the official commission mandate later.
Just as I thought. However, I should notify you that the situation inside Lemnian Hollow is rather delicate. Porcelumex owns mining and refining equipment in the porcelain production areas. I urge you to stay clear to avoid any complications.
As if we did, anyone with a half brain cell wouldn't have known that.
We must ensure that porcelain production and supply remain uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted production? But I just heard something about a safety accident inside the hollow from the workers. It was probably your irresponsible mining that caused the problem to begin with.
Hey, Fufu.
That's right.
Chill.
The safety incident Fufu mentioned can affect the Hollow. Naturally, Yunque Summit must investigate.
Yes, there was an accident, but we've already locked down the affected area according to protocol and have provided aid and compensation to the workers. For the safety of everyone here, again, I urge you to avoid entering the porcelain production
this
site.
is my issues.
And finally, just a friendly reminder, the porcelain mines are one of the TOPS Alliance's critical assets.
That's typical of someone who has something to hide. First, they say, it's already been handled, there's no point for you to investigate any further. Second part that's a dead giveaway is this, quote-unquote friendly reminder that, and then toss out the connections of powerful people in the process. This is how this shit goes down, folks. You can spot the cues from a mile away if you know the cues enough.
It's in your best interest not to dig too deep.
And then the final one right here.
Yunque Summit or any other big name. That's all I shall say for now. This is my contact information. I bid you all farewell.
And we're going to tell you to piss off and bugger off, at least politely, anyways. He was a bit confrontational, wasn't he, folks?
What's going on? This guy's got the face of a villain. He's hella suspicious.
I'll say this. For someone who lacks any critical thinking skills, she definitely does have a good instincts. That's what I can say about Fufu. And she's a little bit prone to, impulsive, clapping
Fufu,
back.
what exactly was the accident you mentioned?
Junior Wise and I heard about it on our way back here. I think some workers were waiting for compensation.
Yes, I heard about it too. The workers around here have been talking about it. Something about a corrupted porcelain production site inside the hollow.
Fufu looks too cute when she's when she's angry. This is impossible.
An incident at the porcelain production site, on top of abnormal hollow observation data. I have a feeling the two are connected somehow.
As someone who navigates hollows would know,
Wise is
be
right.
alright.
As they say, the more you try to cover something up, the more it gets exposed.
This right here, folks, is often the more you try to cover something up, the more it gets exposed. Is referred to as the Streisand effect. Okay, for those who are not American, or at least not as old as I am, anyways, especially in the American department, if not older, is a reference to a scandal that Barbara Streisand was involved in. The more that it was her PR team, her PR and I guess her PR teams tried to cover up, the more it got exposed, and it backfired horrendously. So, there's that for you. Yeah, I know what you want, you little gremlin. And Is it really that time already? It has been. Well, you know what? How about we finish this and then I'll take you. How's that sound? Okay, enough explanations. Back to the story.
Sounds like we'll have to figure out a way into the porcelain production site inside the hollow. However, judging by what Damien said, it won't be easy.
Wise, can you use your holo navigation tech to locate the production site?
I called Belle earlier and she said there's a problem with the observation data from Lemnian Hollow. We can't analyze it with the HDD remotely, so she has to come over and do it in person. We have to find a way to get her here safely, Shifu.
Don't worry, Junior Wise. I've sent the mayor's investigation mandate to Damien and formally requested his assistance in the matter. Since this investigation is now officially a joint operation, even Tops will have to think twice before trying anything shady. Besides, now that our operation has been revealed, there's no point in taking the airship route anymore. It's safer to just drive here on the freeway.
I think he's gonna say the same.
The freeway isn't exactly risk-free either, but still, it's much safer than an airship.
In that
Depends.
case, let's divide and conquer. Wise, you, me, Fufu, and Inhu will go question the workers. Shuryen will drive to 6th Street and pick up your sister. Then we'll rendezvous at Suibian Temple. Don't worry, I'll do a reading of the trip before Shuryen's departure, just to be safe.
All right, that's the end of that cutscene for a moment. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a good 10-15 minute break. Make sure my dog gets her walkie poo. So, reconvene later? Yeah? All right. Alright, folks, I am back. Let me go grab some water and then we'll get started. Or other useful drinks as well. Started scrolling through my stuff now, as well as after getting back from getting my water. Let's get back to the fun stuff here a little bit more. I want to say... Oh, where's my spectacles at? Crap, I forgot to put that back on. Ah! Alright. Now then. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, let's go to this because it's, you know, immersion time. Speaking of which, don't know word about the compensation. Maybe I should ask about it later. Compensation? Yeah, there was a safety incident in the hollow recently. But we still haven't heard anything about compensation. Ask Paolo and Eric if you want to know more. Though Eric's still in the hollow right now. If you want to talk to Paulo, he should be over there. Ah, great. Now I got nature calling me online too, folks. I can give it. Well, yeah. Let's do this first, probably. No, actually, let's hold on that thought for a second. I'm going to answer nature's call online too, folks. BRB. Alright, folks, I'm back. Let's get back to it. We're going to be doing
Hey, you. You've been running all around here. What do you want?
Porcelumex must have sent him. I told you! They won't let us off the hook so easily!
Shut it, Paolo. You're giving me a headache. All right. I'll ask you one last time. What do you want? If you're here for trouble, then why beat around the bush? Give me your best punch, right in my face!
Why would anybody want to get punched?
First you get everyone riled up, taunt them into making the first move, and then you sue for compensation. Yeah, I've seen enough from Porcelumex's playbook, so I won't throw the first punch. Go ahead. The honor is all yours. Just remember, once you throw that first punch, then whatever happens after will be considered self-defense. And then, it's my turn.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a real man's man right there.
Please calm down. I'm not with Porcelumex. My name is Wise. I'm from Swabian Temple. I just wanted to ask you something.
Swabian Temple?
Tune change real quick, didn't it?
Know?
I'm here to investigate the situation inside Lemnian Hollow. I heard that there's been an accident, but Porcelumex has been keeping everything under wraps, so I'm not sure what exactly happened. Anyway, I'm really not a TOPS employee.
So you're also after Porcelumex. My mistake then. My name is Komano Manato. My friend is still in a coma at the hospital because of this Porcelumex mess. So I came here to figure out what happened and to help him get justice. Since you're also looking into it, I guess that makes us allies.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried that you were with Porcelumex and came here to stir up trouble. So you're also looking into the corruption incident?
Corruption incident? Sounds like you know about it. Can you give me more details?
Certainly. I was on the same shift with the guys that got sick. And I saw with my own eyes how their corruption broke out.
So you're saying the workers on the porcelain production line became corrupted? But shouldn't there be anti-corruption measures for operations inside the Hollow?
That's right. People who spend extended time inside the Hollow must wear protective suits and take anti-corruption medicine according to protocol. Otherwise, they'll be corrupted by ether. Most of us who are willing to work inside the Hollow already suffer from corruption after the fall of the old capital. We need to take anti-corruption medicine as long-term treatment. Porcelumex provides the medicine, and that's why we're willing to put our lives on the line for them. But the medicine seems to be the cause of the issue this time. My colleagues who drank the medicine quickly collapsed. Some of them even had a corruption outbreak on the spot. It took so much effort just to bring them to the hospital. After Porcelumex learned of this, the first thing they did was order us to keep our mouths shut. Later on, I heard the good Dr. Lore say that there's something fishy with that batch of medicine. It was ineffective. Heartless company, they couldn't care less whether we live or die.
How could they? I never thought Porcelumex would stoop this low.
That's right. Damien ordered a lockdown on the affected area, said the place was abandoned, and forbade us from going near it.
Got a call from this agency or whatever claiming that I've qualified, pre-approved for $52,000 hardship.
Yeah, yeah, you'll get those plenty enough.
Something doesn't feel right. I've got to find a way into that area and see what's going on. To tell you the truth, we're investigating for the mayor. Our goal is to find out what exactly happened inside the hollow. If you're willing to work with us, I can help you and your fellow workers fight for your rights and secure better compensation.
Southwest somewhere from California.
Yeah.
Say, hey, long time. I haven't heard from you in a while. Do give me a call.
Right. It's getting bad, trust me on that one.
Yeah, I found out somebody what happened to your phone.
Pretty much it right there in the nutshell for you.
Something doesn't feel right. I've got to find a way into that area and see what's going on. To tell you the truth, we're investigating for the mayor. Our goal is to find out what exactly happened inside the hollow. If you're willing to work with us, I can help you and your fellow workers fight for your rights and secure better compensation.
Investigating for the mayor? Paolo, this is your chance. Don't you want to get fair compensation and treat your family's corruption?
You're right. And Yunque's summit helped us a lot too, back when the old capital fell. I trust you people. All right then, you have my word. When you're free, head to the hollow cable car. I'll ask a worker friend to sneak you in. As for the corrupted area, although I can't get you in, I know someone who can. He also knows a lot more about the corruption incident than I do.
Really? Thank you so much. Don't worry. I promise I'll get to the bottom of this.
And if you need my help, you've got it.
Actually, there is one more thing I wanted to ask. Have you seen this person in Waifei Peninsula? Or maybe you recognize the location in the photo?
You show the photograph from the mirror to the two.
I've never seen this person, and the location looks to be somewhere inside the hollow, but I can't exactly pinpoint it.
Neither have I. But don't you worry. I'll ask my buddy with connections to ask around.
I see. Thank you both. I'll ask around too.
Alright. Looks like our investigation is getting somewhere, folks.
How's everyone's investigation going?
I haven't found any clues.
Me neither. They all refused to tell us what happened, presumably by order of Porcelumex. I also checked out the hollow cable car. I don't think we'll be able to blend in. Looks like we'll
because
have to
everyone
find another
recognizes
way
you,
into the
that's
hollow.
why.
Should we contact
But
the
Wise
captain
is not
that helped us
recognizable
to sail us
whatsoever.
there?
Neither the Phaethon siblings.
Don't worry. I found a worker who's
That
willing to
thinking
take
with
us into
her
the hollow.
is so cute.
And
It's like looking at a
he
small child
experienced
doing it
that accident
sometimes.
firsthand. Apparently, the
No, she's
anti-corruption
not a small
medicine
child,
Tops
not by
provided
stretch
was
of the
defective
imagination.
and caused a major corruption outbreak among the workers.
I see. No wonder the workers are demanding compensation and coverage for their medical bills.
Wise, is this information reliable?
It seems credible, but we still need to investigate the side of the incident in the Hollow. Also, when you heard I was from Swabian Temple of Rinquai Summit, his attitude softened, and he said we'd helped him in the past. What did he mean by that?
That was a long time ago. When the old capital fell, the members of Yunquai Summit helped evacuate the civilians. Some of them were relocated here.
Wait, did I miss something here? Alright.
But we haven't come to Swabian Temple much since then. I didn't think they'd remember us after all these years.
So that's the story. No wonder the captain wouldn't take our money. But why did everyone stop coming here? Swabian Temple actually feels like a pretty nice place to live.
Let's talk about something else.
Classic deflection.
That's right. Why don't we eat something nice before heading into the Hollow? I'll prepare the food right away.
No need to worry. It's just something from the past. I'll tell him the full story when the time's right. Anyway, let's focus on the investigation for now.
Wise, when will your friend who was willing to help lead us into the Hollow? First thing tomorrow. I agreed to meet up with him early in the morning. We'll be meeting near the cable car. There's an anomaly in the observation data from the Lemnian Hollow. The HDD needs to be adjusted before real-time analysis can be done. Belle said she'll come handle it. We're into the Hollow tomorrow. I'll use the carrot data to guide us first. Got it. I'll leave it to you then. Shi-Yuan, go pick up Belle from 6th Street tomorrow and be sure to stay safe. Sure, leave it to me. It's getting late. Why don't we get some rest and head to the Hollow first thing tomorrow? Wise, stay with me for a moment. I have something to tell you. Sure thing. You start preparing the carrot data for tomorrow, and before you know it, night has fallen. Time to have a chat with Shifu. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get this kind of kick-started just a little bit first, folks. And we'll get the rest. We'll get back to that in a minute. Back to the story momentarily afterwards. In the middle of the bustling beach crowd, Bang Boot stands up waving its arms, delivering a speech. Its movements are polished, its tone passionate. It looks every bit like a natural-born leader. Long story short, I was framed by those devious brothers, cast out to this place, and trapped in a weak, powerless body. But this is far from the end of the story. Just yesterday, the sea god sent a messenger, a psychic lady, to deliver his supreme decree to me. Here we go again. That's the 1001st time I'm hearing this nonsense. The little bamboo stood up, pitting its left and right brain against each other. Nice to see you remember, generous soul, from our fateful meeting. It's me and my other logic core. The baby in front of you nods and acknowledgement and then continues its speech. As these themes sound on the sea god, I will now read aloud the ocean's grand revelation. The divine communication channel has been reopened. Just hand the bottle of divine power to this kind-hearted messenger and toss it into the sea. Me? That's right. Your arrival here today is divine inspiration from Father himself. You're the messenger mentioned in the prophecy. Accept your mission and deliver our heartfelt prayers to the great sea god. The divine one shall bestow blessings upon the faithful, and upon reaching the 14th wish, will guide upon the faithful, and upon receiving the 14th wish, will guide me on my journey home. Ah, can the sea god really fix those two lines of code? All right. To the greatest, most mysterious, and most revered sea god, on this unblessed day, this Bangbu, scion of the sea god, has finally reopened the divine communication channel. This message in the bottle shall drift into the deep currents, reaching the sea god's throne. As that, please send me your sea wizards to guide me on my journey home, dear father. Well done, as expected from father's chosen messenger. I'm entrusting you with this important task. Be grateful. This is a blessing from the scion of the sea god himself. Once I take my rightful place, I shall tell father your deeds and grant you dominion over those seas. Oh, kind messenger, think of sending out another wish for all. The Bangbu and me would ever be so thankful. Might as well. I got 2 of them to do, so. One Dinny Boo. So you got everything's been wonderful. Granny prepared plentiful canned fish flavored batteries, along with some highly efficient energy conserving ones. They're all installed in both of our eyes, keeping us full with energy. As for wishes, I hope that kind person from 6th Street has a booming business, and I hope I can catch that bus that passes the video store every day. I promised that kind person I'd visit him often and let him pet me for free. Overtime, boo. Overtime again. Another sleepless night ahead. I need a break. I want to travel. I want to drift out on the waves like a message in a bottle and finally find some peace and tranquility for my soul. Alright. Now we've done that. Back to this. Oh, we might have only 8 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna have to pick up on the story part later then. But hey, that's where we're gonna have to stop for the moment. Alright, folks. Let's go with something else entirely different then. Yes, let's do this. Interior, baby. Here we are. Notorious Hunt indeed. I have a lot more to grab for here. If I'm right, I still have I know I have around, I want to say 17 for Jane and for one, so I have 34 of those, if I'm right, required.
Where are we standing by?
And then just do this as a double check. So it's 3, 7, 9. Okay, correction, 9. So I need 18. I need 18 for Jane and what's their name for right now?
Got a new ghost story to share? Stand up,
Please.
I have ready for combat.
I have 19. I have, wait, correction. I have 18 for those two. And then I have 18 plus 7, that's 20. I probably should write that down eventually. So that's 25. Yeah? Yeah, 18 plus that's 25. Plus another 9, that's 34. 41. Damn, 41. 48. 48 plus another 7, that's 55. Plus another 9, that's 64. I gotta get all together to max out their passive trait. Their passive skills. No, these two don't. For me, he's not either. Neither is she. Yep, I was right. No, these three aren't. Yeah, so, so like I said, 7 or 9 plus Jane and, okay, so 3 of them require 9, which is her, Jane, and some other person, right?
Good day,
the other one
Proxy.
I don't have.
We fight so
Which one I don't have again?
Nothing to wanna. I've got your back.
No.
I shall follow you.
What brings you here this
Trigger, there we are.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Yeah, so Jane and Trigger plus Lucy, that's
Good day, Proxy.
like I said, so it's 9, that's 27 altogether. Then you add 27 plus another 7, that's 34. 34, 41, 48, plus 48 plus another 9 is 57, plus another 7 is 64. I have to get 64 of that farmed up.
Standing by.
That's absurd. You know that, folks? Absurd. I'll say it again. Absurd. 64 farmed up. Alright, let's see who am I going to use to fight this chump. This team, of course. Why would I not?
Press forward. Weakling.
You're the boss, Master. Take this. Blow, blow, blow away your troubles! Yeah!
You gotta love
My
it.
heart is a mirror.
And yes, I would definitely consider 100%
I'm happy
light
to be of
material as well. That happy-go-lucky, I suppose. And all that.
here. Just don't blink.
Yeah, just don't blink.
Here to assist. Victory, the only option. My blade is already sheathed. Time to strike! There's no time to lose. Blow, blow, blow away your troubles! Yeah! The light is but one step away.
And then final coup de grace.
I'm happy to be of service.
I gotta love her sound.
I should be getting paid double for working overtime. Get back. Out of the way.
And boom, done. Wow, she actually does that? That is pretty, brazen, and I would say, and I dare say, cool at the same time.